Good to see you in the month of August. It's been a while, hasn't it? Last week we brought you part 1 of Women Called to Worship. And then first week in September, we'll bring you part 2 as well. But today, Asembi Dika. There's something that we need to talk about. Cyber bullying and blackmailing. There are too many women being blackmailed today. If you don't pay this, if you don't do this, I'll post your nude pictures on social media. I'll post our explicit conversations. There are people on social media preying on women who they think are desperate for love. And women are being made to hide, to love and fear, all because somebody out there. Today you'll be shocked. There's a queen mother, yes, they've extended it to some queen mothers. There's a queen mother who is going to share her experience. And we are going to get education on what needs to be done, what you don't have to do on social media, especially as a woman. And if, unfortunately, you found yourself in such a circumstance, what you can do. Hello and welcome to The Standpoint. Well, let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. This is Adipa. It comes in 12 yards, and you can buy as many as I see, up to 12. You can buy 6 for whatever. When you go to the market, you can get it. My dress is by Ophelia Crossland Designs. Thank you so much. So free, so simple, but very classy. Thank you so much. My hair is by Insula GH. I think this is what they call the pixie hair cut, or in fact, I won't try. Don't take my word for it. Just contact her and she will hook you up. And then my makeup by @the_glow bar. She is on Instagram and then on Facebook as well. Call her any day, anytime. She does nails as well. She does hair. Not wake ups, but style your hair and everything. Whatever the occasion, just call her and she will come and sort you out beautifully. My shoe is by Afrax Classicals. Thank you so much to all of them. We take a break. When we come back, we address this issue that is killing women, especially women, silently. Cyber bullying and cyber threats or blackmail. We'll be back. Welcome back to The Standpoint. Let me say thank you to our sponsors, GTP, Timeless. GTP is on an Oga campaign, original, genuine, and authentic. You make sure that the GTP you buy is original one. So your best bet is to buy from any of the accredited dealers nationwide. You see it boldly written there, GTP dealer. You can also go buy it from any wooden shop or go online, www.buygtp.com. Thank you to Esteron Balloons and Accessories. These days they have branches all over. They are at Mokola, adjacent to the Rollins Park. They are at Weja. They are about to open another branch in Achimota and East Lagos. So everything balloons and accessories, get in touch with them. Balloons are for all accessories. But today we are going to talk about cyberbullying and blackmail. Yes, not people don't tell you stories, but if they are to tell, you'll be shocked. And I won't be surprised if you yourself, you are a victim of it. So please call someone to call other people to tune in, both young and old. We need to get some education today. And on my set, I have right opposite to me, my traditional mother-in-law, my sister, my friend, my counselor and confidant. She's Na Juyo Chufayilo. Welcome back to The Standpoint.
Thank you.
It's good to have you on.
I'm happy to be here.
When I read he don't neighbor or
It's a combination.
It's a combination, that's all. Okay. Next to her, I have ACP Herbert Gustav Janssen. He is the Director for Cybercrime Unit, CID Headquarters. Welcome to The Standpoint, sir.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you so much for agreeing to come. It's a privilege. We are grateful.
I'm most grateful.
Now, briefly, can you tell me about what your unit supposed to do? When we talk about the cybercrime unit, what exactly do you do?
The cybercrime unit is one of the investigative units of the CID headquarters. The CID headquarters is basically a referral center where we receive petitions, and then where cases they are unable to handle from the stations, districts, divisions, and then units. Then they forward it to the CID headquarters for us to invest. So it's more or less a referral center, specialized. And then
so it's like the last stop kind of.
Yes, sort of. So the cybercrime unit is one of the units there that takes care of every case related to the cyberspace. So every crime that is committed within the cyberspace is referred to us for investigations.
So you have hackers, you have all those people. I mean, hackers are not always evil. Sometimes you need hackers to do positive.
Yes, we have ethical hackers.
Exactly.
Yes, we have ethical hackers that would assist us identify vulnerabilities when we need them. And then we have those that are also conducting some sort of patrols within the cyberspace. For example, this fixed the country thing we were following online, just to know how many people are online, how many are following, so that it will help us prepare in case there is anything untoward. Yes.
Awesome. So you say that you have what it takes to thoroughly investigate crimes.
Yes, because we have 3 sections in one. The investigators are there, we have the cyber patrols, and then we have the digital forensics that extract the evidence in a way that is not compromised for it to be admissible in court.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Now, Gio is the one who actually gave me the idea for this particular discussion, because she called me and told me that, sis, we need to do something about it because too many women are going through this. Now, what exactly did you see that prompted you? Because I knew it, but I didn't know that it was escalating and getting to the levels that you had realized it had reached.
Some time ago, I overheard a conversation between 3 women in a restaurant, and eavesdropping in their conversation, I got to know that they had challenges with some people who wanted to, collect huge sums of monies from them because they've chanced upon certain sensitive informations about them. Now, while they were chatting, one of them asked, so how did this person get access to these sensitive information that you're talking about? And then she said, I remember taking my phone to a local place for repairs. The other one also said that her phone was stolen. So immediately, it dawned on me that these are some of the, not so difficult means by which they get these access to people's private, conversations or private data, which they use against them eventually. But along the line, I think I did a post on Facebook concerning, it was a marketing post actually. So it had my phone number on the flyer. So in my case, I got to know that this person got access to my phone number via the marketing flyer, which I posted publicly. So one day, someone called me and said, you sent me another friend request on Facebook. And I said, no, it can't be me. So I asked the person to tag me under that account. And then when I opened it, I realized, yes, it was my photo, my name, but details in that, on that account, for instance, like educational background and all that, were nothing that was mine. So the person actually just picked certain aspects of my profile and used it to open another account. And so I advertised for people to help me report the account like we all do, so that Facebook will pull down the account. And we were successful, because till date, I can't find that account again, which means that Facebook has eventually pulled it down. But after some months, then this person sent me messages and said, I have access to your nude pictures, videos, and your PIN codes and all that on your phone. And I'm like, I don't have those things. So definitely this person must be a scammer. Or I ignored it. But it kept coming. Sometimes it would come after a month, then the message will come again. You've decided to ignore a gentleman's deal. Now I'm offering you this deal that if you don't do it, I am going to expose these photos of yours. So one day I got very furious and I said, you can do what you want, for all I care. Because, excuse my choice of words, I don't have anything to hide. Yeah. So you spread it all over. When people are tired of watching it, they will delete it, because whatever you have, it's not me. Then I got to know that there was an app meant for these kind of photos.
Yeah, photoshopping.
Photoshopping. So they pick someone's naked photo, and then they place your face or your head on it. And if you are not smart enough, you would think, yes, it is you. But then I asked myself again, if it is me, when did I take such photos for it to be me? And so I decided that I was going to uncover whoever it is behind this. So I started my own search, because I knew that before I would get a listening ear from Doctor and his team, I must have something that is really tangible. So I decided to, first I started entertaining whoever the person was, just so I'll gather more information. After a year, the calls started.
After a year? It took a year?
It eventually took me 2 years before I got to know who was behind it. So gradually, I was gathering data. I befriended everybody I got on that clone account of mine, the fake account. I befriended all of them. I wanted to get into the circle of that person. So I got a lady who had the same photo as the person's photo. So I started looking for the photos. I realized that it was an American basketball player, the photo that the person who was behind the cloning of my account, his own account, he uses another person's photo. But I got to know because I befriended one of his friends who had used the same photo. So I'm like, is that your husband? And she said, no, but they are friends. I got curious. So I got someone else to befriend that lady. So it became a date for the two of them. And through that, he got more information from the lady that apparently that man had insisted that she must use that photo as her background photo, not her profile photo, but as her background. And he asked her, why? So why are you doing it? He said, it's a difficult story that this man proposed to me and we started dating online, that he was living in the States. Every time he would say, okay, I'm shipping this and I've had this challenge, send me money, blah, blah, blah. So for her, it was a relationship. And through that relationship, there was some intimacy. So she shared intimate aspects of her with the man in question. And the man turned around and started using that against her. And because of where she works, all she could do to protect her work was to play along with the man. So every month, she's forced to send over 60% of her income into a particular number that the man will send to her on monthly basis.
Wow.
So this month, she'll be given this number. She sends the money there. The number will be inactive for about 3, 4, 5 months. Then next month, he will give her another number. And so she gave me all those numbers too. So the woman said, okay, once upon a time, the network was down. So at payment time, she couldn't send the money via the transactions they have been doing. So a guy was asked to meet her and collect the money. And that was how I narrowed my search down to Asylum Down, where I got the receiver of the money. So now at least I had a reason to go to the police. So I tricked the guy that he had a parcel with me. So he should let us meet. And I notified the police, and we got him arrested. I took him to the Central Police Station in Accra, and we were asked to come to the headquarters. That was what brought me to doctor's office or his outfit. So one day I went to him because the police, after the arrest, he was asked to report daily. So sometimes we meet at the police headquarters. But things were very, very slow.
For you?
It has taken me 2 years to come up with this. So the pace was quite frustrating. So one day I went to him.
You didn't meet Dr. Yanse?
No.
They didn't let you meet him?
About 3 meetings were arranged, and when I go, they will tell me he's not there. Right from the day we went to arrest this guy, when we got to the police station, I told them that if we go to his house, I'm sure we will get information which can lead to. Yeah. Because by that time, all the numbers that were coming through to my phone, I attempt sending money to it, and then the name will pop up. The name will pop up. So I was getting a particular name that kept coming. If you use Truecaller, no, you won't get. But if you attempt sending money, then the IDs that were used to register the various numbers, they come out. And all the 5 numbers it had the same name. So I knew that, okay, I have a face behind this deal. Okay. But
so
uncovering...
Was it the person who you got the police to arrest, or it was somebody else who was behind it?
The one I got to arrest was the person who was receiving his ransoms for him.
Okay, so there was...
And you should know...
But did you find the right person later?
I found him.
Where?
In Sawan prison.
In Sawan prison?
Yes.
The person doing this was a prisoner?
Yes.
Now, please hold on. Let me take a break and come back. But first of all, Dr. Yanse, I think you need to employ you in your outfit.
Oh, I think she's done very well.
Because this investigative work. Let me take a break and then we'll come back here watching this. And wow, I mean, eventually, can you imagine somebody in prison, traumatizing you and... Well, you're watching The Standpoint. Let me say thank you to Standing Floral and Decor for the plants in our studio, natural and then artificial flowers. Royal Drinks, Puma Drinks, and Awake Purified Mineral Water by Casapreco Company Limited. House of Food, Auntie Vera and the team, thank you so much. Kodam's Gift and Stationery, everything gift and stationery, you'll get it there. Yep Cleaning Services. Whatever the occasion, they are there to clean up before and after. Juice time, 100% fruit juices. Go-Got yogurt. Every woman, every child, every man needs yogurt, and it has to be Go-Got yogurt. Cake Techniques and Mrs. Oforipoko and the family, thank you so much for supporting us. We take a break. When we come back. I guess when Dr. Yanse was listening, it was like, okay, one of those. He has more stories, more experience. We'll be back. Welcome back to The Standpoint. The Standpoint is sponsored by GTP, still timeless. GTP is on the Oga campaign, and you make sure that every fabric you buy, it's original, it's genuine, it's authentic. And you can buy it from all the GTP dealers across the country, the correct dealers, and then, of course, from within shops and online, www.buygtp.com. And then also thank you to Instagram balloons and accessories. All sorts of things are going through my mind right now. You know, we are all at risk, man. You know, Instagram balloons and accessories, everything balloons and accessories, just get in touch with them. They have branches all over, you know, the Accra. They will soon go outside, but Accra, they're at Rollins Park, near Rollins Park. They're at Spinters Road near Palace. They're at Wager, Achimota, and then, of course, soon to open a branch at East Legon. Dr. Yancy?
Yes, ma'am.
My father was a Gold Coast CID, but he was part of the first ever 5 CID squad.
Yeah.
That was set up. By this investigation, I can't do it.
Oh, she's done pretty well. At least, but I'm happy that it took her 2-3 years. Some people don't understand that sometimes it may take that long to get to the end of to know who the perpetrator is. So, but my only worry is you have to go through this.
Yeah.
One, it's expensive, it's risky, because you may expose yourself to these criminals and they can harm you. The psychological trauma, that is what I'm, but otherwise, she's done well.
She's a strong woman.
yeah, she's done very well.
But you know her name.
Okay.
The name alone scares me.
Of course.
The name alone will scare you.
Anyway.
But is this something that is this something that is common?
Yes, this very one is what we call the deep fakes.
The deep fakes?
Yes, fake.
Fake?
Yes. And usually they use apps to alter videos or even pictures to that already exist to depict that something that it is you, and then they will send it to you claiming that we have your nude pictures, and you will see your face in there. So if you are, usually people get to know that it's not them, but they are still worried because people would doubt.
Other people will not know.
Yeah, they will doubt what whether it is them, yes, or not. So it happens, and what she was trying to explain is that the perpetrator would create different Facebook accounts, and then so this is where she fell for it. She also had accepted those accounts as friends because she sent you a request.
I think this person has really planned this for a very long time.
Yeah, she's planned it over.
We
it's not one time.
all don't know all the people that follow us on Facebook or social media. We don't know them in person.
Okay.
But we accept them as friends.
Yeah.
That is where the issue is.
Yes. Yeah. So having accepted these people, they've been in my Facebook circle for about over a year.
Yeah.
And so when you get something from them, you hardly will you link it to think that it is the same person behind the multiple accounts.
It was good that you were able to identify that it was the same person. So because it may take about, let's say, 2-3 months for somebody to create different accounts and then send you a request as friends. You accept them, thinking that it's one of those. Maybe somebody wants to follow you, and then it's okay. So you accept them only later to be used by those accounts. Of course, he's the same person behind all of them. And then it will be, so it will look very worrying seeing different people having all these pictures and so-called different people, but it's the same person. So it is just trying to play on your mind. But it happens every day. At my unit, for example, when it comes to, there are different formats. Some of them, now the trend is even the target is against men. It's against men now. This time round is not women. It's men. And what they do is that they create a Facebook page of a very beautiful girl, and then you'll be there, somebody who's a very beautiful girl in showing every part, and then sends you a request And naturally, you look at the picture and then you don't know the person. But
fine girl,
if
so
a
you
nice
accept.
girl, massa over and then you accept it. So after accepting it, you'll be chatting. The person will be engaging you in a nice chat from time to time. Then the person would request that you move to WhatsApp. Then on WhatsApp, you start chatting again. The next thing is that he sends you a video call. And this time around, immediately you accept the video. You know the person. So immediately you accept the video call. Either she will be in a state where either showing the private part opened, and naturally as men you would want to, what is happening? And then as you are watching the vagina and all that, he's screen recording that activity. So they record that activity, and some men even they get engaged in the activity by removing their pennies and just to get involved in the party. But some of them is just the face, and very prominent people. They get worried not because they have done something, but because their face, you see the vagina there and your face there, just like on the screen when it appears when you are watching. Then that video is sent to you. This is something in a very compromising situation, so you may have to pay us. And very prominent people are paying because they don't want this video out there that they are engaged in this type of activity. But now, currently, a lot of men have fallen for it because immediately the video you accept and your face appears, then they are captured. So then, but the lady's face wouldn't come. It's just the private part that will be there, and then your face will be there. So it's happening these days, and so many. We receive a minimum. You see, I said that it's a referral center. So when you receive a minimum of about 2 cases at the CID headquarters a day on such cases, it's worrying. And last year, it ranked number 2 in the highest number of cases when it comes to sex image abuse. Yes. So it is something that is happening, and we, even to date, we are still receiving a minimum on the average about 2 cases a day, which is worrying because it's not like the ordinary police station where anybody can just walk in. Yeah. So if we receive such, then it's quite worrying. So I'm happy that we are talking about it today.
Now, you know, there is this angle. When, Naji, you told me about it, I also started engaging. And of course, I had other complaints. And there are some too when, like these other women who thinks that, oh, I found somebody on social media who likes me. Exactly. Chats, and then so, oh, today what are you wearing? Let me see, what are you wearing and all that. And then you also really send your pictures. And then they turn out to use it to blackmail you. You know, some of them are married, some too are in very, prominent positions. Yes. You know, I'm not surprised that it's been extended to men, but for a long time, women have been the victims. Yes. Men, our society is structured in a way that sometimes they are able to get away with it, even if it comes out. But the women, it's very traumatizing. Because we know of a case where, a traditional leader is now pretending to be dead. Yes. Because of this same thing. She doesn't go out, she doesn't go anywhere. Yeah. Because of this whole thing. What do we need to tell people to understand that this is serious? Stop, communicating with people. Even these days, voice notes, it's even something else. Yeah.
It can be recorded easily. Yeah. So, you see, the bottom line is, like I was talking about in her case, she accepted people she did not know into her circles, thinking that it's one of those things. And that is one of the few pointers that we would alert the general public. Try and avoid people you do not know into your circles. And if it's for official purposes, then fine. Then in that case, you will not even allow yourself to go to that extent of exchanging maybe some things. But then it's not even about exchanging in our dear Queen Mother's case. She did not send anything. But then her pictures are there. Yes. So they just take the pictures, use the face, and then so it is, you see, it's one, the public education, getting to know that these are things that could be used against you. Our young ladies in particular, you ask them, why did you do it? I loved him and I wanted to share. So we have so many cases where relationships, in their previous relationship, they share and then it gets out there, forgetting that either the relationship could go sour and then it will be broken, and then the images are on the phones of these past boyfriends and girlfriends. And it's not just about the boy. The ladies can lose their phones.
Yeah.
The guys can lose their phones.
Even memory cards.
Yes, it gets onto the memory cards, and then, you know, for memory cards, I always say that it is one of the, somebody
Yes,
just pulls it out.
click.
I just take your phone, just click it out, and then the memory card is out. Then I get all these images. So those are some of the things that we don't. So it's always better that probably you can encrypt the memory card in case you encrypt it in case that somebody should pick it out. Then it gets out. It is protected. So these are all measures that we can. But the bottom line is that so far as you are taking such images, be sure that your own phone could be hacked. Your own phone could be hacked. It could get missing. There could be a problem that you have to go to this repairers.
Yeah. Because there's a case that a woman said she sent it to her husband.
Yes. I even tell wives, husbands, don't share it because your husband cannot protect his phone very well. It might be your husband. If the husband wants you, you calm down.
I like
or
that.
if you
What if it's a long distance relationship? They are married.
Yes.
But the husband is not there, or the wife is living elsewhere.
Yes, I understand.
So we should do it like the olden days. When he comes,
then you do it. Yes. When he's not there, I beg you, because you take it with your phone, and you cannot fully protect your own phone. So you can't do anything about it. Then you may lose it. Your husband may lose it, and then it becomes an issue. And the internet doesn't forget. Once it pops out there, I mean, everybody starts picking it. We go to the main source, let's say a particular website, take the website down or take that picture down, which is easy to do. Then after that,
it's on individual
how
phones.
do we go to you and her to go and take it out? So that is the problem. And there are people who may use it against you later in life. It could be when you were young. Now you are old. You are a very prominent person. Then it pops up again. So the best thing is that do not take it at all. If it's about your husband, let him come down. If it's about your wife, let him come. Get closer and then do whatever that you want to do. Because sometimes there was one case where they did it. The man said, okay, I'm going out. Let's take something so that in case I miss you, I would want to just look at it when I miss you. Then the next thing is that he takes it out to the U.S. Something happens. He loses the phone. The images are out. I mean, let me just share some few of how these images got out there. Yeah. There was one that, and not one, many, where, you know, if you lock your phone, usually it will take some few seconds. If you leave it, if I leave my phone here, So usually I tell people, try and make sure that the ideal time is quite short. Because if you leave it for, let's say, 1 minute, and you go walk to the washroom, by the time you come back, I will do whatever I have to do. And it is happening. We have also seen people who say, oh, Brakwesi, my phone, can you fix it for me? And then the next thing is that he chances on the phones, and then he's getting it. And then even WhatsApp web. I'm not too sure whether, but most people, those who are very familiar with WhatsApp web, he gets access to your phones, and then he will just connect it. It just takes just a few seconds to get to a computer, and then he'll give your phone back to you, and whatever you are doing on WhatsApp, it's transferred it onto his laptop, and everything.
Okay, hold on. That's WhatsApp web. So he takes your phone.
Yeah. So if I get to your phone right now.
Yeah.
And I have my pieces ready, I'll just get it. Maybe for some reason you tell me, oh, can you just do something for me? I take it. I only just show it to my laptop. Yeah. Just a second, 2 seconds, it's over.
I will show it, okay.
Yeah, just
not
show
connect.
it. Yeah. No. I'll just go onto your screen, just get the QR code ready, and then it's ready.
It will scan and pair.
And then pair. So I pair it to whatever that you are doing is on my laptop. And people are using it, guys are using it against girls, girls are using it
Let's
against
go back to
guys.
yam phones.
Yeah, so.
Sir.
Oh, no, we are why, baby, I wanna, okay. The only thing, we can't go back to yam. So, but the bottom line is that we need to exercise a lot of caution. Okay. A lot of caution, yes.
Well, let me take another break, and then when we come in. So first of all, what we've learned is that it is going on. It is happening. Two, so be cautious. Don't fall for it. Don't do it. I want to take a break. When we come, I'll look at if you have fallen for it, what do you do? Okay. What is the next step? That is where we are going to have the education. Because I know that there's a law that make all these things criminal. But people, for fear or lack of knowledge, will just sit and be paying and live in fear and be crying and all that and sit at one place. And how effective is police service, security service to do that. Let me take a break. Well, let me say thank you to GTP for my cloth. This is Adepa. My dress is by Ophelia Crossland Designs. Thank you so much to them. Hair by Inshilo GH and makeup by @the_glow bar. Thank you. And then my shoe by Afrax Classicals. Oh, my straps are open. Okay. My shoes by Afrax, Classicals. She's on Facebook as well. Thank you so much. And very soon I'll be wearing Naju Chufa Yellow's beads because I'm spying her beads like that. She does her own beads. Can you believe it? This woman is so versatile. We take a break. When we come back, we'll continue. Welcome back to The Standpoint. Cyberbullying and blackmail. It is real. I mean, if it hasn't happened to you yet, now you know. So you have to be careful. Now, Dr. Jansen, Dr. Herbert Gustav Jansen,
yes, madam.
So, I mean, thinking about it, Najuyo had done most part of the work. But have you heard of such cases before where, the person is also, the perpetrator is actually in prison?
Honestly, we have seen a couple of cases where some of them we are even working on. But, it's a whole community there, and policing there is another issue. So I wouldn't want us to go because it's a security area, but we have had a couple of them that we are currently dealing with, and we liaise with our prison officers. In fact, they have cooperated with us, and everything is moving on smoothly. So we have had a couple of them. So it is possible because from where I sit, I've seen a couple of them. Yes.
Yeah. So moving on, if you've fallen victim to such perpetrators, evil people behind them, what do you do? Is it just about the blackmail with nude pictures or your information or WhatsApp chat or whatever it is? What about those who, threaten people because some people have made certain posts that they don't agree with, and you threaten to, kill them, harm them, the insult and all those things? What crime does that constitute under our laws? How can you, report? I mean, how can it be followed up?
Oh, okay.
What's the process?
One, it's criminal. In the Criminal Offences Act, extortion is there, and you can be punished up to 10 years of imprisonment or a fine or both. So it's a crime. In the Cybersecurity Act, sex extortion is also defined there with this same thing. So it is not the issue about the law. For the law, it's clear. It's been well defined, and we don't have any issues. If you fall victim to it, usually they get confused. That is the first step. Even very prominent people are unable to sleep because either their reputation is on the line, their marriage and all that. So it is something very, very worrying. And usually you will see very prominent people. I don't want to mention any class of people, but very prominent people fall for it. So they get confused, and they sometimes would even delete it. then sometimes they pay. So they delete all the information that they have, not wanting to get anything to do with the thing. Then thinking that they'll be able to resolve it. Then the next step is that sometimes they want to deal with them because they feel like, okay, we want 20,000, I have 5,000 for you. Then they pay. But immediately
But does
you
it
pay.
even
It
end?
will never end.
It doesn't.
We have seen people pay up to 80,000, 100,000 because immediately you pay, then they know that you can pay more. So they will continue to demand. And so that is a no from me as a police officer. Do not pay. Just if you think that most often our police stations, I always say this because the cyberspace is quite new for us as police officers. And currently, we are still in the process of training more when it comes to investigating the cyberspace. And when it comes to the cyberspace, every evidence there is not the physical evidence that we see here. It's electronic based, which must be extracted in a way that is admissible in court. Because otherwise, the court might also reject it. So it is quite difficult for most investigators. Though currently, we've trained about, I would say, about a quarter of our investigators. But you know, it's nationwide activity. Right. You have to put them in a classroom. How many? And bringing them out of the office. So it takes time.
Yeah.
So it will take us some time to
be able... The COVID too,
it's worsening matters. It's worsening. So it is something that would, it will take us some time to be able to get to everybody. So the best thing is report to the police station. I applauded my queen here because she took that brave step, but I won't recommend it the next time because you may have that lion heart. It could be somebody who would be weak and might fall into either being kidnapped or anything, because some of them, in the process of wanting to do it themselves, would get into contact with the perpetrator, and anything can happen. And sometimes, to at least, I would say most of our cases, we are able to arrest them. But Gifty, the interesting part of this thing is that when you arrest them, the same people, oh, I don't want to go to court. Oh, my brother, why? You were here. You were angry. Why wouldn't you want to go to court? My reputation. Same reputation. They don't want to go to court. I have so many of them there. Either you go to court, if you force and go, they wouldn't go and testify.
Fine.
And
then the people are set free.
That's the issue. So it is a very worrying trend as well. So
that's why it's you know, beyond the inquiry, because people know that even if they can't, they won't follow to court.
Yes.
Because not everybody can come, like, you know, my queen mother here to come and sit on TV and talk about, listen, they tried it on me.
Yeah.
You know, because already somebody is watching and all sorts of things are already going through their mind. So first of all, don't fall victim. When you file a report, don't pay.
Don't pay.
Don't pay. And I think people, I mean, you made a comment that the fact that even if you have sent the picture, you even made a mistake, willingly did, they don't have any right to use it to blackmail.
Exactly.
It's against the law.
Yes, it's against the law. Even if you shared it with a boyfriend, I mean, it was a consensual sharing, no problem. He or she does not have the right to send it to a third party. It's criminal to do that. And it is even wrong for you, having had access to that, to threaten or blackmail. So then it's another criminal activity. So people don't even know that there's this law that exists. So they tend to do things, and particularly amongst our youth at the university, it happens all the time. At the university, we have lots of cases on our youth, 19, 20, 21, that age range, they are there, and they are continuously sharing. They take the whole sexual activity, thinking that it's fun, they would want to watch it and over again. And then the next thing is that one of them is not happy with the relationship. He wants to get out.
One of my many daughters quite recently sent to me, also university. She said she kind of has a weakness for masturbation as a female, and I think one of the she was masturbating and she filmed herself, and she doesn't know how her friend took the phone and they are threatening her, and she wants to kill herself. She wants to. I mean, I don't sleep, though. Every time she's saying, "Mommy, dear, just I want to know," and I just don't know what to say to her again. Her parents don't know. I'm not her biological parent, so I can't do anything on her behalf without her parent. She doesn't want her parents to know. And the whole thing is murky.
It will even affect her studies.
It is.
Yeah. And particularly our young folks, 13, 14, when they fall for it. Oh, yeah.
13, 14.
Oh, no, our children are in there. They are also, it's not an adult thing. It's our children are there. They fall victims all the time. They fall.
Somebody filming them, or they film themselves and then.
No, let me give you a typical example. There is a Facebook account which says, I'm 13 years, and then he gets in touch with another 13-year-old girl, the girl thinking that it's a 13-year-old boy. Then they start talking, then they get naughty, and then, can I see your breast? Then that's the way it starts. Oh. Then I see the breast. Then the next thing is that I'll show it to your mommy if you don't show me more. Then it goes on and on and on and on. Then lie in this position, raise your leg, do that. And then the girl now gets tired. No, I've showed you everything. What else? What else do you want to see? So then I will not show it to you again. Then the next thing is that it's on a certain website with her name. So the teachers get to know, they draw the attention of the parents, it's reported, we started investigations. And apparently the person behind it is an adult. Is an adult. And you see, so they also fall victim all the time.
Really?
Yeah. In fact, we are not in trouble. That is the error. We need to understand that. That is the space within which you are operating. So we need to awareness. That is all. And I'm happy you have taken it up. Please do more. And then we have to get to our children as well. And we need to, at a point, we need to let them know that the good, the bad, and the ugly are all on the internet. So they should choose wisely. So even for our kids, GSS, we should now open up. We should get, so everybody has a role to play. Everybody, parents, churches, religious bodies, the educational sector, the police, we have a role to play. Government, the ministries, I mean, I'm talking for government, everybody has a role to play. Everybody has a role to play.
My Queen Mother, in conclusion, what have you got to say? You're a mother, you're a wife, you're an opinion leader, you are a businesswoman, you're an employer.
I think one thing I got to know from the other victims was that these guys, they play on our emotions and intelligence. So when they realize that you don't even question anything. For instance, this person we are talking about said he sent me a car from the States. Now, if I had not asked that, send me the chassis number of the car before I will even think of committing to payment or to know that it is true, if we had not asked that question, for him to, forge something and send, we won't be able to know that if we put that chassis number to scrutiny, it is supposed to narrow whatever car down for us to know the model, the brand, the year, and all that. So knowledge. And if you don't let them know that you won't just fall for anything, they keep playing, like Doctor said, once you pay once, you pay forever. And it is not even guaranteed that once you have paid everything, they will leave you. No. Some even turn around and advertise the women as prostitutes that are on call. You will be there, and another man will call you. I am interested in you, blah, 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 blah. One of the supposed accounts that was coming to me, he said he's at Takwa, he works in the mines. Apparently, he's a lotto staker at Abosokan. So for him, I went straight. I mean, after I got to know who you were, I went straight and I said, okay, I am here. $1,000, 1 hour. Can you pay? And then he started looking at my face. I said, yes, I'm not in regalia. So you are unable to identify me. But I have identified you, and I'm wondering why you are looking for a queen mother who is supposed to be a prostitute. Is that what you want to venture in? And then he started begging, because he felt that if I've been able to get that far, I might take him on. So like Doctor said, let's talk about these things.
We'll have to do a part two, because Doc, I mean, we'll have to look at where now it's become a norm, where people think that the best way they can punish you is to go to social media.
Yeah.
Everything published, you know. Yeah. So somebody is
it shuts you up.
Just to shut you up.
It shuts you up.
Yeah. It is more of violence within the social, the cyberspace.
The cyberspace. Okay.
Doc, your final words. Then we'll wrap up on this, and hopefully we'll call you again and you come.
Sure. We are here for the general public. The Ghana Police Service is always ready to ensure that we educate so that people don't fall for it. But as we always say, if you fall for it, if you fall as a victim, please report to any police station. It's real. It is real. And we shouldn't take the space for granted, that it is a place where you can play. You can easily fall victim to a very serious crime like these ones, extortion and abuse of images all the time. So let's be vigilant and not fall for it.
I say amen to that. Thank you so much, Na, for coming to share. I mean, I'm amazing. You have done some heck of work. Wow. Anyway, God bless you, and we thank God for your life. Thank you so much. And as Doc said, I hope that he will take it up, and we'll have to get to, I mean, the conclusion of this matter, because the trauma for 2 years, for 2 years, and hopefully you will go to court. You will follow up to go to court and get him prosecuted.
Oh yes, that's what I'm looking for actually. That's what I am looking for. Yes,
we'll get to do that again.
Some should become scapegoats. For others, because I've realized it's a cabal. They have people outside and they have people inside. Eventually, one day he called and said, "You will never see me because I belong to the underworld." You know, they use certain words that if you don't decipher, you never understand their language and the terminologies that they use. So we're sitting on a time bomb.
But
for me, from where I sit, it's a serious problem, because if our kids, our mothers, our sisters are getting, into
our
such...
fathers.
Our fathers.
Yes, don't forget about the fathers and the brothers.
And
no, the reason why we don't talk about the fathers is that
they get away with it.
They get away. How many minutes will Ghana talk about a man
nudity?
Anyway,
you get it?
Okay.
But with a woman, it will follow you for the rest of your life.
I understand.
Forever.
Anyway.
As I said, we'll continue this discussion definitely, because it has to be an ongoing education and empowering to make sure that we end this. Well, I'll be back with a bit of me. Thank you, Doc, once again. Thank you, Na. And Afi. I shall eat squapui this year. Amen.
By all means.
I'll be back. Charlie, people are dying in silence. Too many women and girls, well, some men as well, are dying in silence. All because they trusted too much. They loved too much. And it's landed them in trouble. Listen, social media is a great blessing, but it can also be a curse. We need to be careful. How careful can you be? Because most of the time, those who turn out to be the ones who sell us out are people we have trusted, people we have loved. But still be careful. We are in an era that you can't even trust the same person you even sleep on the same bed with. Your communication with the person, the things you say on social media, sometimes even face to face, they are recording you. So what can we do? Yes, we have to live. We have to be free. We have to be happy. We have to, do things we would love to do, but we still have to be careful. Cyberbullying is real. Cyber blackmail is real. People are being blackmailed and threatened. Of course, there's the Photoshop ones too, where they'll take your face and take another person's body and add it and say it is you and use it to blackmail you. Don't act on your own out of fear. Because if you start paying, you'll never finish paying. It doesn't end. And if you're not careful, you'll be passed on from one person to the other. May God help all of us. I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. I know God has got us covered. I'm on social media to motivate, to inspire, to encourage, to support, to educate, to inform. But I get my own sometimes. The insults, the falsehood, the rumors. I get it all the time. Let us all pray for wisdom to do the right thing. But if you are a perpetrator, please, just think about what you're doing to your victims. Because you know what? One day, just one day, the Lord will catch up with you. I remain a woman with super crazy faith in God. I know God has got us covered, but He has also given us wisdom. Let's apply it. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.